Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to URL's Battle Rap Arena. Tonight we got a change of pace. We got Organik that possibly brought us the battle of the year, DNA versus Disaster. Yo, Organik, what's going on with you, man?
What's good, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate you having me, Ken. Thanks.
I say let's get NORBES in here and you guys talk some business. What do you think about it?
Definitely, man. Let's go.
Hello, welcome to the Battle Rap Arena.
Yeah, we got the big homie NORBES, we got the big homie Organik on the same line. Before we get into all that, PZ Fresh, you had a quick question for NORBES, right?
Yeah, what's going on, NORBES?
What's good, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I had a quick question for you. You being the Proven Ground Scout and you supporting everybody, how do you feel about the three events that's all on the 28th? Like, you think that's going to affect attendance at all in any of those events?
What are the events going on the 20th? I know one of his is the big homie, what's his name? Grind Time East has an event with Head Ice versus Swave Sever. I know that event. What other events going on the 28th?
And then the King of the Ring and then Block City.
I mean, what do you want me to tell you? I'm definitely going to be over at the Grind Time event. But shout out to them, like, you know, it ain't no competition, I don't think so, like, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I really can't tell an organization when to put their dates. Like, that's really up to them. But I think that the Grind Time event is going to be popping. I'm definitely going to be in the building. I know the Block City event, they're going to do what they do. And, you know, Vegas going to do what he do with his league. So, I don't know. That's really up to them, like, to be honest with you.
Anything else on your mind, PZ?
That's it. That's all I wanted to ask him.
Oh, real quick, shout out to the New York Giants. So all the fans hit me on Twitter. Getting crazy. Just to let you guys know, we are in the NFC Championship. And next is the Bay Area, okay? Just let that out there real quick.
901, I know you wanted to talk about JC versus Rosenberg real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, man, I got disappointed because my money was on Raw. I thought Raw was going to bully that cat, but JC showed up.
Yeah, JC's he's a very special individual, man. Like, I thought it was a really good battle overall, but that third round, I'm not gonna lie, JC's third round was definitely one of the most incredible rounds. Could have been the best round of the night, or maybe even that weekend. So, you know, shouts to JC, shouts to Raw. They both did a good job, though.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be closer than what it was. I really thought Raw was gonna bully him in there.
Hey, 901, did you see DNA versus Disaster?
Oh yeah, I like that. I believe DNA
what did you
definitely home.
Well, let's get the person that hosted that battle on air. Conversation you guys have been waiting for. Street Star NORBES, Organik. Go ahead.
Wait a minute, Organik's on already?
He's on.
Man, what's good, brother?
That's my man. People don't know. I really, truly respect Organik and what he's done in Canada. Like, Canada's a big hip-hop market. A lot of people sleep on it. I know a lot of MCs that have been doing things for years. And what Organik has done out there with Bishop Brigante and everybody has been incredible, and I definitely tip my hat off to you, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, brother. You know it's likewise, you know what I'm saying? So, it's a good luck, man. You know, URL's killing it. All the leagues are killing it, man. You know, the whole battle movement right now is, like, as strong as it's ever been, you know? So, everyone kind of put in their piece and just made it, like, something special, especially for this year coming up, too.
No, definitely. Now, let's get down to it. How did King of the Dot start? Because I know at one time it was Grind Time, and it's like you guys came out of nowhere almost, and you guys started really, like, going ham. How was it established? When did you guys establish? And what was the thought process behind it when you first eventually started it?
To be honest with you, man, it wasn't even supposed to be like the a cappella battles. Basically what it was is we wanted to hold like an annual battle competition in Toronto that was called King of the Dot. And, you know, we struggled to even get venues to kind of take in like a stage battle for like, you know, a battle stage with always fights and shit pop up. And then, you know, not only that, getting the deposits together and everything. Like, you know, we were young kids kind of at the time. And it never really popped off. You know, we had meetings for about like 8 months or so. And then the WRCs ended, the World Rap Championships, that is. And then we kind of just, when the summer came back around up in Canada, man, we just had the street battles because it was like low funding, you know what I mean? It only really needed a cameraman and the battlers to show up. And we did it on like a week's notice, the first event. And about like 50 people showed up to the park we did it at. And then we did like 4 more events outside, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. Got a venue, the first venue we got, we sold out before the doors even opened. And from there on in, man, like, you know, it's just a snowball that kept growing down a hill.
And what was it? Like, because, you know, you guys kind of, like, just jumped out at the scene. Like, it was kind of crazy, man. Everybody was talking about, yo, King of the Dot and shit. And, you know, do you feel as if, like, no, I feel like you guys, like, and your production, everything is incredible, where we have to look at it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest with you, I don't watch too many other leagues. I do watch all talents, but when somebody catches my eye, I'm kind of like, oh, these dudes is really doing it, and I respect what you're doing out there. Now, having said that, you know, do you feel as if a lot of your success is based, not trying to knock your brand, but the fact that Grind Time kind of went into a struggle, do you feel as if now you're starting to pick up a lot of the fans that they created and lost through possibly the fact that they haven't been doing events, that they've come over? Do you feel that's part of your success as well? Because you guys are very similar in terms of what you guys do.
I mean, we do have the same demographic. I mean, you know, do I think it's part of our success? No, not really, because, like, you know, I got a great team up here. They all work hard. We actually, like, take this very seriously, and our work ethic is pretty much, like, you know, the only thing that stands behind our success. But as far as, like, you know, viewership and everything like that, of course, you know, we share demographics with Grind Time. You'd always see King of the Dot battlers going to America and battling, then coming up here. So, you know, it started to get, like, a mutual viewership. But I guess it's, like, you know, I don't even like to say it, but, like, as Grind Time started to slow down a bit, you know, the viewers, you know, battle fans, you know, they're short-tempered, man. They want battles a lot, and they want good battles all the time. So, you know, when Grind Time wasn't providing that, I guess they kind of jumped ship over and were watching us and going just back and forth and everything, which is all good, you know. That's, like, the whole point of it. But, you know, their downfall, I mean, of course, it's got us more people paying attention to us just through the word of mouth spreading when people are saying, oh, Grind Time's this, Grind Time's that, and then, like, you know, people are throwing URL and they're throwing King of the Dot. So it got all their fans aware of, you know, the other leagues and everything. But I don't, like, you know, in my eyes, like, I still don't think Grind Time's dead. I mean, you got Poison Pen who's holding it down pretty, like, basically
doing a great job.
Everyone else, you know what I mean? And he's doing that by himself in New York, so that's, like, a good look, too, man. And he's grinding, man, and those events are crazy. And, like, compared to, like, what Grind Time New York used to be from 2 years ago to what Poison Pen has turned it into, that's, like, just, it's like watching a league grow itself, you know?
No, definitely. And it's crazy because, you know, like I said, like, a lot of fans try to compare the leagues and stuff like that, and I just kind of be like, whatever. And the one thing I did notice about King of the Dot was that there's leagues pop up everywhere.
Yeah.
It's the fact of how you guys are putting it out. I mean, up to your trailers, up to you're basically keeping people on their toes in a sense. Like, and I respect that because that's what we do over here. We take pride in a lot of promotions, stuff like that. Like the last event you threw, I was extremely impressed. Now, what are you guys doing to take it to the next level to separate yourselves from, say, other people or other leagues as well?
To be honest with you, man, I'm not even too sure. We kind of just take it like small steps as they come along. We learn new things. We always try something new at an event and kind of run with it, man. I'm not like, I say this all the time, man, I'm not someone that, like, you know, that would take a big step forward and have to take a small step back. I'd rather take a couple small steps forward. So you kind of just take it as it is. I mean, we're using our recipe as for success that we've had so far from, like, you know, we have our 2 big events a year, and then we have the Grand Prix. You know, we have Blackout in January and World Domination in August, and then we run the Grand Prix through the downtime between then. So there's always something kind of to look forward to and keeping people on the toes and keeping them in suspense of what's going to happen next, you know, with the title and everything like that. There's an entertainment part to it that just grasp people's attention rather than letting it slip, watching a battle and letting it slip. You want to see how people progress and everything because there is an end goal. There's a title with money on the line that you get to battle for, and you get to see rappers come up from, tryouts into the real league and then into, elite battlers and see if they can actually take it to that step. So basically, to take the step away, doing stuff like we got for Blackout, this event coming up, we're filming with a red camera, which is like a crazy camera. It's shits on pretty much everything else. There's some of the most expensive cameras in the world going right now. So we're going to try that out, see how the videos turn out with that. We work with Avocado, who does all our video stuff, man, and, that guy's incredible. He kills it. Same with our other video editing team, from Philip Dixon to the people we got out in Alberta and everything. Everyone kills it, man. The production team takes as much pride in their work as we take in what we want them achieved. You know what I mean? So, as we ask them for something, they're always looking to overachieve and give us more than what we ask for. So it's a good relationship we have with the people that we're working with, which allows us to kind of always expand and continue to grow without having to feel like we're under so much pressure, because everyone else is kind of working as a team to help it get to that level. You know what I mean?
No, and by the way, I love the whole world domination idea. I think that is incredible. People from all over the country flying in, battling. I think that idea is incredible. And I have to be at that summer event. I'm letting you know right now, I will be at that King of the Dot world domination. I got to be there. But I want to battle you, though, Organik. I'm going to go there.
Man, the first day we spoke, I told you, man, I texted you later that night, I got 3 rounds. I'm good.
Now, also,
Organik.
Hold on for a second. I love the idea with the whole challenge. I think if I'm not mistaken, Pumpkinhead is holding the title, if I'm not mistaken, at this point. I'm not 100% sure.
Sketch Menace is. And he's currently 10-0-1 in King of the Dot. He's kind of he goes under the radar because he's not someone that, a lot of people would say he's an uninteresting character, but the kid, a lot of people sleep on him, and he collects wins, man, and he'll take people he's good. He's really good, but he goes under a lot of people's radar because his demeanor isn't, as appealing to, a general audience as other people's are. He's kind of just a laid-back person who doesn't talk a lot of shit or anything. He just kind of keeps to himself, and he lets his battling speak for it. But, he's a champion right now. He beat Bender, so now he's battling Poor Rich for the title at Blackout.
And he's from my neighborhood, so Sunset Park, Brooklyn. I got to support Pumpkinhead. He's dominating over here. Yeah. No disrespect to the Canadians, but Brooklyn's in the house. So. Jesse, you had a question? Man. Shoot.
I actually had a question for the both of you guys. Now, Organik gives Smack a shout-out on the DNA versus this battle. You said, and then after that, you and Smack went back and forth on Twitter, and you guys are looking to work together in the future. Now that I got 2 CEOs on the line with me, what kind of business are you guys talking about? Or was that just being friendly?
Do you want to answer that first, Organik, or?
It don't matter, man. Go ahead.
Oh, well, first off, we watch everything moving. So we got a lot of respect for what he's doing. And at the same time, even though our battles are 2 different styles, it's still hip-hop. So at the same time, instead of knocking each other down, it's more of an extension to, listen, we see you guys. And we always have respect for what they're doing because they're doing it the right way. And like I said, in terms of business, I don't know. It's a possibility. You know what I mean? We've always talked about it. Me and Smack have actually talked about going to an event. I would love to go to one next week. There's chances are I could go. I'm not sure yet. I would love to. Smack's also talked about it. But we've definitely, me and Smack's had dialogue about something possibly in the works with them. So you never know. I got a lot of respect for them. We don't know what it is because it's almost similar to the whole Grind Time Smack situation. It's very similar in terms of what we're doing. But in terms of support for Organik and what they're doing, we're 150% behind them. So we don't know what possibly happened, but that's really what it is, man. It's like one boss to another. Man, we see you guys, and we totally respect, and, we commend everything you're doing, man. It's great. That's how we feel on our end, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what's up. You took the words right out of my mouth, man. Showing each other respect and everything, the way I look at it is, we're all kind of on the same grind, and we do appeal to 2 completely different demographics, you know what I mean? It's not like what URL is doing is ever going to hurt King of the Dot, and even if it were, say, Grind Time and King of the Dot, I'm all about, we can't dominate the entire world with like the whole battle. There's going to be battlers all across the world. There's 33 billion people in the world. You know what I mean? So you can't control everything. So you basically support each other and just try to hold each other down. And like, of course, we have respect for everyone. URL is killing it. So like, you know, it's always love and respect and shit like that. I'm not ever a person to like, you know, be jealous or be angry that someone's doing it. If anything, like, you know, I'm proud to see people doing it because it's like, it's interesting to me. I'm a fan before I'm a battler, and I'm a fan before I'm like even a CEO or of a battle company. You know what I mean? So it's just respect that we always show to each other. I mean, I got enough love for everyone that's running a battle league. I'm down to work with everyone and try different things out, give MCs opportunities and kind of see what we can make of it. I mean, you only live once, man. Time goes fast, so got to make the best of it.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is, like, we got bigger beefs with the labels and stuff like that, not showing up people so why against each other. You know what I mean? Like, for real.
Exactly. Straight up.
But let's get into this next event you got going on. I think it's Blackout too, right?
Yep.
Who's battling? KOTDS, my main man, KOTDS, is battling Holohan. Take us through that battle. I know it's the main event. What do you think is going to happen? I mean, what are the strengths? Because it's almost like a smack with URL thing right now. Now, difference is KOTDS has to come to Canada to battle, so he might have to switch his style a little bit. What do you think about that battle, and what made you make that battle happen?
To be honest with you, man, Holohan is someone who's like done a lot for King of the Dot. He was around from the beginning. He was someone who garnished a lot of the attention to get people to start watching it, you know. And he took he was a title holder for a little while. So once he was no longer the title holder, I always feel it's kind of right to, like, you know, offer that person, like, you know, who do you want to battle, and I'll try to make it happen. And, you know, Holohan listed a couple of names, and, you know, KOTDS was one that stuck out to me. I've seen him battle through Grind Time and on Smack and everything, and I wanted to get him up in Canada. I mean, I think he would appeal to, like, you know, a good audience up here and everything like that. So I kind of just went for it. KOTDS was down. Holohan was down. And it was actually supposed to happen last March when Arsenal battled Pat Stay. It was supposed to be at the same event. And unfortunately, Holohan got locked up like the week before, and you know what I mean, was held down in lockup for a little while, and then on house arrest, and now he's finally able to come back out and do it again. They both haven't battled since that happened. So it's kind of, I only felt like it was right to continue to make it happen where they were both left off. You know what I mean? It wasn't like someone backed out of the battle. I mean, you can't really stop someone from, if they're going to get locked up, they're going to get locked up. It's nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? It's not like they're backing out or ducking someone. So it was kind of like respect from the both of them. I mean, KOTDS was like, you know, he still was interested in it. Holohan was still interested in it. I was interested in it as a promoter. I mean, it's Holohan's first battle back. It's KOTDS is almost like his first battle back since he hasn't battled in a long time. So it has like an interesting angle to it. You know what I mean? Both of them haven't battled in a long time. There's two people that are of different styles but both similar. But, you know, it'll be cool, man. It'll be interesting. You know, I like battles like that. They kind of got like this mystery effect behind them where you don't really know what's going to happen. And I think that's what kind of makes it interesting. There's there's a mystery to it almost. Like you don't know what to expect. You don't know what's going to happen. And it makes it interesting to see. And it makes it interesting to even like think about and fathom before it happens, you know?
Mm-hmm. Now, are we going to see Pat Stay versus Bishop Berglante, or is that...
you know, man, I can't even, to be honest with you, dude, I probably want that battle. I wanted that battle to happen more than anything because, you know, they're both good friends of mine, obviously. I got a lot of respect for them both, and I'd rather see them battle it out than have, you know, bad tension with each other for the rest of their lives and shit. But Bishop is someone like, you know, Bishop battled back in the day a lot. Like, you know what I mean? He's earned his stripes, and right now he's focusing on his music career, so I can't knock his hustle for that. You know, Pat Stay is obviously focusing on battling right now. So, I mean, Pat wasn't tripping. When I tried to make it happen for this battle event at Blackout on January 21st, and then Bishop got signed to go on tour and do stuff like that. So we were going to postpone it. And, you know, I don't even know if it's going to happen from now because the whole beef and tension behind it has kind of died down and everything. I don't know if they're both even interested in it. I haven't talked to them about it in a little while. But we did have it confirmed for Blackout until the tour came through and everything like that. Bishop was down, Pat was down. And then, you know, kind of hit a dead end when that tour came around. I had to schedule something different for Pat Stay.
Now that beef basically stems from the whole Marv 1 situation, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it does.
You want to get into that, or?
I mean, we can. I mean, it's your, like, you know, I'm down to talk about anything.
How did you feel about it, the whole situation?
I don't know how to feel because I don't, like, to be honest with you, like I said, and those are two of my friends, and when, like, two of my friends are going at each other like that, I'm not trying to be the middleman and the person that's in there. I'm going to try to, like, you know, kind of just sit back and let them settle it out. And what happens with them is what happens with them. How people find stuff like that out, no, I don't know. I'm not a detective, you know what I mean? I'm not one to say some person is lying and someone isn't, so I can't really take general sides on it and everything like that. But, I mean, obviously something happened. Pat was upset. Bishop responded to him, so you've seen there was a tension between the two, which made a lot of people, you know, Pat even called Bishop out. Bishop accepted, and that's like, you know, before that, if they were arguing, I would have never even thought, like, I would have never even brought it up or just battled each other, you know, because Bishop hasn't battled since he battled, like, Jin back in the day or when he battled at the World Rap Championships. So, you know, it's
Bishop
not...
Bishop battled Jin?
Yeah, he battled Jin 3 times.
Wow. What was the outcome?
I think he beat him once and lost twice. I mean, he'll hate me if it was the other way around, you know. He may have beat him twice and Jin lost. I said he may have beaten.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Okay. Yeah, I think Bishop may have beaten Jin twice or Jin beat Bishop twice. I can't remember. Either way, it was 2-1. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Bishop would hate me if I said he lost and he didn't.
You got to watch out when you talk about Jin around Jesse. Jesse has like an affection for Jin that's ridiculous. Crazy.
Asian fetish.
I don't know what it is.
Well, you actually said before that you actually do have interest in bringing Jin into King of the Dot. Is that still a true statement?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm down to bring anyone into King of the Dot. I always want to see how people would come and adapt, especially someone who, like, you know, like I said, dude, I was a fan before I was anything. Before I battled, I was a fan. Jin is someone who I watched battle, someone like, you know, back when I was in the 7th grade and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Probably a little bit older, but still, it was someone who you kind of always watched on 106 in Park and was like, damn. So anybody that's like that, I always want to see them battle again. I want to see, like, you know, like I said, there's the mystery effect. You want to see how Jin would do these days. Like, it'll put, like, an end to the chapter, an end to the saga or something, you know? But for sure, I'd like, you know, if Jin ever showed interest in battling in King of the Dot, I'd pursue it, and I'd hope, like any other league that he showed interest in battling would do the same thing. Because it would do a lot more than just for your company. I mean, there's a load of fans that would just want to see him battle again. He's a figurehead name from back in the day that kind of helped make battling what it is today.
Drake comes through the big news for the DNA battle versus Disaster. How'd that come about? I know Drake's a big supporter of battle rap. He knows all the battle rappers. He follows it.
Yep.
How did that come about, and how was the energy? Because people just look so excited. I remember I was home, and all I seen was my Twitter going crazy, and it was nuts. How did that go about?
To be honest with you, man, it was about a year and a half before his management had reached out to me on Hip Hop Canada, and, you know, there are people I kind of were acquaintances with from back in the day, just Toronto hip-hop shit, you know. And they should just let me know Drake watches the battle. He shows interest. He wants to come out to an event one time. And it was basically just kind of finding an event that worked with his schedule. And luckily that day, I always keep in touch with Hush, you know, shout out to Hush. And, you know, he hit me up saying, you know, Drake's going to be coming in. He's flying in at 6 p.m., you know what I mean? And he'll hop in he'll hop right over to the event to watch this battle. What time's the battle going to happen? So we kind of worked it out so Drake could be there right before the battle happened, and the energy was crazy, man. That whole event, just the energy itself was crazy. It was like the first big event we had after World Domination, so a lot of people, we took like a 4-month break without having any battles or anything, so a lot of people were just excited to be back at King of the Dot and watching the battles happen again, and then for DNA and Disaster, a battle that had such like a long history behind it, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, it's about to go down, and now Drake's there too, you know what I mean? For a lot of the Canadian hip-hop heads, it means a lot to have someone who actually broke that barrier in Canada still showing support to, like, the underground scene and the stuff that, like, you know, a lot of the fans are very passionate about. So the vibe was crazy. Like, it's undescribable. You can almost see it in the video, you know what I mean? But I think the video does a good job capturing it, but it was I don't know, man, it was crazy. That's what makes battling exciting, is when you have stuff like that happen, random stuff. Like I said, the whole mystery effect, it makes it exciting. Like, people don't, like, you know, it's hard to take in all at once, and then it gives you food for thought after the battle and after the event, everything like that.
Now, shout out to Drake, man, real talk, man. That's from over here. Just the fact that Drake did that it wasn't just only King of the Dot that it made look amazing, just the whole battle movement. Now, I was watching your Twitter because I watch everything that moves. And earlier today, you were saying that there's going to be more surprises at this event. And this is the URL Battle Rap Arena. So I need to know, pretty surprised, Organik. What are we expecting?
Okay, I can leak the one. But I can't leak the other. You know what I mean? Just because I'm not trying to make broken promises. But, I'm sure if you guys watch YouTube and everything, you see the videos, the Epic Mealtime. So we got Epic Mealtime coming through, and they're going to co-host with us and help do a little promotion with us and everything. They get millions of views on YouTube and everything. And, again, they're from Montreal, Canada, so it's like another kind of like a hometown hero type thing, seeing people that have, started like a grassroots type show and actually made it into something really big. And, they're battle fans, too. They've been following King of the Dot, URL, and all the battle leagues for time. So they're going to come through. They're going to co-host and everything like that. It's a good look, man. They literally, I think their channel is picking up 4 million views a week, man. They release an episode every Tuesday, and you go look at the latest episode, it's probably sitting at 3 million views right now. And they do that every single Tuesday. So it's a huge thing up in Canada. I know it's a huge thing worldwide. So for them to even be involved, and again, it's cool because it adds, if people watch it and stuff like that aren't normally going to watch King of the Dot, they watch it for them. Their show is kind of similar, in a way, where it's it's Canadian based and it's comedy and shit like that, and people will kind of come over watching and being optimistic and seeing someone like them watching it and enjoying it, and it may make a new battle fan or more than a few, you know what I mean? A whole bunch of people get into the battles and everything like that. It's just broadening your fan base and kind of hitting a demographic that you wouldn't hit without them. But it's a good look. They're coming through. I mean, like I said, man, they're doing it really big right now. They got a lot of offers. They're very busy people. So for them to reach out and show support and come through and co-host and help with a couple of things, and it's a good look.
No, definitely, and it's crazy. A lot of people don't know how big hip-hop is in Canada. Give us an idea of how big it is in Canada, because I know a lot of artists from out here do a lot of shows out there and get a lot of money from the papooses that are still relevant to a lot of other people. Mm-hmm. Tell us, what's the hip-hop scene in Canada?
It's crazy, man. It's deep, dude. I'm telling you, man, it's a whole different community, man. It's honestly, I've seen it grow so much, I'm 26 years old now, man, but I've been a part of Toronto's hip-hop scene, Canada's hip-hop scene since I was a young kid, man, so I've seen it grow from being the city that was kind of always behind on times and kind of following trends 2 years after everyone else would, to now it's huge, man, and people coming out here because a lot of people still support. Artists still sell out shows here. People still buy merchandise. They buy CDs. They buy DVDs. They're very supportive of it. They're proud that people are even coming to Canada because, not to sound like this, but being Canadian for a long time, you're always overlooked. You know what I mean? And people just didn't pay as much attention as, we felt we deserved and everything. So it's good for people so that's what Drake did, man. He broke a barrier for a lot of Canadian artists and a lot of Canadian fans to have excitement in our city again and kind of, in our country and support shit and make people want to come back here. And that's what it is, too. A lot of people, when people come out here, they want to go and support, so they want them to think, yo, Toronto's the shit, we need to go back. So the hip-hop scene's crazy, though, man. It's, it's huge, man. Even for battle, Norbes, you came here, you'd walk around and get noticed. I'm telling you, no lie. I walk around with King of the Dot battlers, and they're getting stopped all the time. Not even myself. It's crazy.
As long as I'm noticed, a hot 5'3", 5'4" and under female, I'm there. I'm there.
I'll just hold one down for you till you get here.
Well, you gotta let them know. I like the short license Jones. You gotta holler at them. Now, real talk too, man. You have to come out to the event. We definitely respect you. You gotta come out here and.
Dude, I wanted to be
when can we see Organik on the URL stage?
Battling?
Were you battling or?
No, just, I want to see Organik there supporting URL.
Oh, yeah, I really wanted to make it to the Motor City Madness event, man. That was actually, on my plans, and then I had car troubles, all the weeks leading up to Christmas, and with Christmas around the corner, it's kind of hard to pull the fun together, you know what I mean? But I did plan on going to Motor City Madness for a little while until that happened. But probably the next big event in New York. I know I can't make the VIP one because we got an event in Ottawa at the same time. So, but after that, man, hopefully when the weather gets nice, I'll be in New York all the time this summer for sure. It's not even far away, man. It's like what, like a 6-hour train ride or a 6-hour bus ride, a 2-hour, like an hour and a half flight or something, not even. So it ain't nothing. I need to get there.
The only thing I would go, I like in a January, February event, but Toronto, the cold, from my understanding, is ridiculous out there, and I'm an island boy, so I can't stand that.
Yo, right now, man, it's raining here right now. Like this whole winter there's not even snow. I haven't even seen snow yet. It comes for like a day and it melts the next and it's gone and it's hot again.
That's crazy. Quick question: who, if anybody, from King of the Dot, do you think can make a successful transition over to the URL? Because I know a lot of people always hit me about Pat Stay. Like he's like the number one person that people send me messages about. That is crazy. If you had to name 1 to 5, who would you say?
Pat Stay, Low Pesci, Skelly. I think Holohan would be kind of cool over there too. I'm gonna miss someone and I'm gonna kick myself in the ass for it later. I think Bender would be good. I'm just trying to it's hard to say really, because it's hard to see who can adapt to the crowd and make the control the crowd. You have to have, I find with URL being on stage, you got to have really good crowd control and good presence, and you got to carry yourself very confidently. I think Pat Stay and Lil Pesci are a given though. They're definitely people I would put money behind over there and shit like that. But yeah.
So since you say Pat Stay and Lil Pesci, who would you match them up with in the URL? That you would say, yo, let's make that happen. This would be crazy.
To be honest with you, man, I'm all I'd like to see Pat Stay and Math Hoffa just because they're both two big, intimidating dudes. People like that. When two big people battle, man, it's almost like you watching a fight because they get serious and it's a lot different than when you see two small skinny dudes up in each other's face. It doesn't have the same vibe behind it. You know what I mean? You're just looking like one of those dudes throw a punch, someone's going. But it adds that that. From an outsider's view, you know what I'm saying? From someone who's not following the scene, doesn't know these people personally, that's the entertainment value behind the battle as well. There is an entertainment value behind it just like that. You know what I mean? If people want to see that, they get entertained by stuff like that. Low Pesci, I think Low Pesci and KOTDS is a really dope matchup. I think Low Pesci and Young Ill would be really dope. Even Pat Stay and Calico would be good. Yeah, man. There's a couple good matchups, man. I definitely, man.
And I'm about to put you on the spot. You're on URL's Battle Rap Arena.
Yeah.
Who do you think can adapt?
Who do I think can't adapt? Well, I mean, there's battlers.
Who do you think?
There's battlers where obviously, like we spoke about different earlier, man. We got different demographics. You know what I mean? Where I think someone like Kid Twist, who's a very creative and witty writer, I just don't think that he would fly so well in URL just based off the style clash and the difference in the personas and what like I said, man, people watch battles for different reasons, you know what I mean? And the intimidation factor of a lot of URL battlers would kind of overpower someone like Kid Twist in a 3-minute round where he would have you know what I mean? His style's adapted for a different type of battle. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, there's people like that can't make it. And don't get me wrong, Kid Twist is, I think one of the best battlers in Canadian battle rap history. But as far as going to somewhere like URL and adapting, I don't think it would be as good as a look as him staying in his comfort zone and staying where he is. You know what I mean?
Now, just to drop a quick little gem on people, a little secret that I wasn't going to release, but Math Hoffa is actually considering coming back. And Canada was actually a place that at one time he visited and was thinking of battling. So I
we talked about that a year ago. I remember that.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not gonna front that could be an interesting battle. Math Hoffa and Pat Stay. Let's just think about it. Let's ponder on that. But that's actually a possibility.
What is it going to happen then, North? Is it going to happen on URL? Or is it going to happen on King of the Dot?
I mean, we could do it. I mean, like I said, it can happen on King of the Dot. It's really up to Math. He's really focused on his music, but he's a competitor, man, and that guy, like I said, if King of the Dot wants the big man over there, Math don't turn down no challenges, so it's nothing. We can make it happen.
What do you think, Organik?
Man, I'd be amazed to have that go down in King of the Dot, man. I think that'd be crazy.
Yeah, let's definitely we could definitely talk about that. But I know there's fans that want to ask Organik questions. Jesse, let's get to some questions from the fans. I know they don't want to hear me talk no more. They want to talk to Organik, so let's see who's on the line.
Yeah, definitely. Let's find out who's here. We got 305 on the line for Organik. Go ahead, 305.
Hey, fellas, what's good? What's good, Organik? What's poppin', man?
Good, brother. How you doing, man?
What's up, brother?
Hey, pretty good, fellas. Quick question for all three of you. I guess all three of you can kind of answer this right here. With the battle with DNA and Disaster, like, you know, Disaster, everyone knows Disaster and how he battles, how he kind of gets personal, everything like that. But kind of now what I'm seeing now is a lot of battle rappers are getting personal in these battles. So how do you all feel about a battle rapper like getting personal, taking it too far, and do you think that kind of hurts his chances of winning, or do you think like it should be some limitations, some restrictions of what you can and cannot say? Like, how do you guys feel about that?
I mean, I don't really think you can put a restriction on battling, because then you're just pretty much editing it and you're putting like, you know, you're not making it a battle. Battles are supposed to be all out, like, you know, no holds barred type thing. But at the same time, you know, you got to be respectful, man. Like you disrespect with respect, you know what I'm saying? And there are battles with DNA and Disaster where they do have, like, you know what I mean, history, and they did not like each other. And, you know, sometimes doing the shock value thing, it works for you, but, you know, there are times, too, where it backfires, and it just makes it seem like, hey, like, you know, this guy's not even classy right now. He's not, like, you know, it makes the people not like you. If the people are there and, like, you know, the one person holds them with high regard and they're being, like, really, like, mellow and shit like that, and then the one dude's, like, going over the edge, it's kind of making them seem like, all right, you're taking it too far. Well, like, this guy's being creative without having to stoop to that level. You know what I mean?
Right.
So sometimes it hurts the people to be like that, but then sometimes it adds to it, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hit and miss, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Organik. And to add to it, like a lot of the battlers would know, they know what's wrong. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And it's really up to their discretion to do that. And like, not to revisit an incident that I hate to bring up, Shotgun Suge. He definitely went overboard. He knew he was saying something retarded. He just didn't understand to what degree and who was going to hit. So you can't control them. You could just lead them the best way possible. That's all you can do. You can't tell them what to say, but you can kind of suggest little things. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, and I just want to add on to that question too, because the Grand Prix finals, I mean, you know, that's the most uncomfortable battle to even watch. You know what I mean, Organik?
Yeah.
And
For sure.
I mean, do you think Paul Rich took it too far by mentioning Thesaurus' father?
You know, man, I'm gonna say yeah, because Thesaurus is a friend of mine too. You know what I mean? And I don't like that. Like, you know, that's the one thing too, man. You kind of build relationships and friendships with the battlers as you set them up and promote their battles and hang out with them when they come up here. So you never want to see someone, like, you know, where they're actually pissed off from something someone says, especially like, you know, someone who in your close family, your immediate family that recently died. Like, you know, that's a touchy subject. And I mean, when there's $5,000 on the line, do I think Poor Rich was stupid for saying it? No, but do I think it was like, because that's what you're doing. If there's $5,000 on the line, you want to get under their skin. Right. You want to get them off track. You want to throw them off. You want to get their mind thinking different things. Now he has Thesaurus thinking, you know, angry thoughts rather than thinking of like rebuttals or something. You know what I mean? He took him off what Thesaurus is best at, which is rebuttaling and, like, you know what I mean, staying composed and always coming back, and he got under his skin and stuff. So do I think it was stupid of him to say it for his own sake? No, but did I appreciate it? No, I didn't. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. But who am I to say that, man? Like, me saying that I'm a hypocrite because you watch my battles and, you know, I'm on that same, I do the same stuff. You know what I mean? So
definitely respect that. Any more questions from the fans there, Jesse?
203, you're live on the air with Organik. 203?
Yo, what up?
What's going on? You live on the air with Organik. What's going on?
What's good? Yeah, I'm a big fan of the battle rap and shit. I'm just listening though, man. I'm just listening. It's my first time and shit.
Oh, cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate you listening. 916, you're live on the air with Organik.
I'm just Peasy. I'm just listening.
Peasy, just listening?
Yeah.
That's it for the callers, but Norbes, if you want to continue with Organik.
Oh, no, I definitely got Organik. Like I said, said, run down what people have to look forward to at that event. Give us the whole card. Tell us what's going to go down. I want to know everything. I want all the details. How much is at the door? Whatever.
Yeah, it's going down Saturday, January 21st. It's in Toronto at 261 Richmond Street West. It's Club XS. It's it's in the Club District in Toronto. The event starts. The doors open at 1. Battles start at 2. There's a pay-per-view. You can get it at ustream.tv/channel/King of the Dot. The pay-per-view is $15. The door admission, the admission at the door is $30. We're expecting probably anywhere from 700 to 900 people. The card is crazy. It's pretty much the biggest one-day battle event we've done. You know what I mean? World domination is, of course, of greater magnitude, but it was 2 days spread out where this battle is, this event for our demographic is a night of main event. So you don't have to use a URL name, but that's we got Sketch Menace and Poor Rich. You know what I mean, for the title match. We got Holohan and Cortez. We got Pat Stay versus Thesaurus. We got Real Deal versus Upwards. Nameless versus Kid Twist, who are both Canadian legends in their own rights from Beat Battle days and everything. We got Skelly versus Passwords, with Passwords coming back from the first battle after battling Philly Swain. We got Aftershock versus PH, Pumpkinhead from Brooklyn. We got Miss from Florida battling HFK. I got Osa versus 24/7. Justice versus Auk, Big Mac and Mischief, Fingers, Step Easy. The whole card is crazy for a King of the Dot event, man. Every single battle is pretty much main event material for us.
Oh, man, I got to make the next one, man. I'm going to try, but I know I'm going to be at the next one, man. You got my word, man. I'm going to definitely try to make the next one. If we're not at a URL event, definitely going to be there. I need a host. But I'm going to tell you, when I host, I'm going to need 2 bad joints, one to the left and one to the right.
Yeah, if you come to Canada, I got you on that, man. We good.
I hear the weed. I don't smoke, but I heard the weed is crazy, and I heard the females are unbelievable in Toronto.
Yeah, because Toronto's the most multicultural city in the world, right? So it's pretty much, it's almost like pick your poison, what you want with girls, man. There's all types, all different ethnicities. It's kind of like whatever you like, you can find pretty much, man.
I just got to make sure I leave Jessie, because Jessie is like the anti-chick. Seriously. If you walk around with Jessie, the females are not going to walk up to you. So anybody knows Jesse Reed, you know how ugly this guy is really in person. But, Organik, man, thank you for coming on the show, man.
Yeah.
We definitely would love to have you back on. I definitely need a recap from you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So...
Well, hold on. Did we just make Pat Stay versus Math Hoffa happen on URL's Battle Rap Arena? Because to me, that's what it sounded like.
Me and Organik are going to talk, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Math is definitely focused on his music, and he's on the radio, he's doing a lot of things, so I don't know, it could happen. Math has definitely showed interest in battling out there in Canada. He has a lot of Canadian fans, and, if Organik wants to do it and Pat Stay... wants his head chopped off, we could definitely make it happen.
What do you think, Organik? Is that a yes, or is that I have to sit on it?
That's one thing, too, man. Coming out here for Math with his music, if he came out here, there's a huge market he can reach out here, a huge demographic of, the Canadian audience, man, and they're supportive as hell, man. They'll buy your shit. They'll support, if they're a fan of you, man, they'll definitely hold you down.